What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to talk about that feeling when you meet somebody new and it doesn't feel like you met somebody new. I'm sure a lot of you guys have had that connection where you met somebody or you have sparked a conversation with a stranger and it doesn't feel like the first time you've talked. It feels like very comforting, very like home, like you guys have been lifelong friends, whether it's a soulmate type connection or twin flame connection, or if it's someone that maybe you met before in life and you forgot they even existed. Things kind of align that maybe you guys were in the same place at the same time at one point, and it's a very warm, loving feeling. It's like maybe you skipped that introductory phase and you went right to the meat and potatoes of a relationship or a friendship. There's like no need to perform with them. For me, I have a lot of people in my life that came and go that were like that. And maybe one day I'll forget the people that I once knew. And when I re-meet them, it'll feel like that again. But it feels like that specifically with Dad. When we met, it was like one and done. Like when I met him, I knew that somewhere in the universe and the metaverse and the galaxy, whatever, I knew him from somewhere, and everything was so in alignment that it was just like, this is where I'm supposed to be. And I just somehow forgot about you. How did I forget that you exist? Because you're this whole world to me now. And it's a very assuring thing that I appreciate so much. And it doesn't need to be explained. It doesn't have to have a meaning. It doesn't need make sense. It doesn't need to make sense to anybody but you and that person. I don't know if we take the time to appreciate those relationships or those connections if they come and go and it's just a quick high and by thing, because everything is in alignment. Like if you ever talk about like see time travel movies or books, and it's like if one small thing changes and it changes the whole trajectory of the storyline. So maybe that person was supposed to be there for you and that feeling was supposed to feel like home. Again, we don't have to explain that. Just take the moment to really appreciate all those relationships, conversations, times that you felt genuinely connected with someone, whether you forgot about them or like maybe in this whole like realm of possibilities of things that can happen in this world. Maybe you knew them in another lifetime, or time is not linear, so maybe you knew them in a different timeline. And if we want to talk about that whole Loki like thing, I just wanted to share that thought with you guys and see, like, did you have that, any relationships like that, and are any of them still long lasting to you? Because it's funny, I see that with my kids and my grandmother. It's like they've been best friends and they're only 1 and 2, and my grandma's been here, 80 years or so. And it's just really funny to see how they like just mesh. And it makes me appreciate the spirit, I guess, is what we recognize, and not necessarily the person. That's a red bird just flew by. That's so awesome. But we recognize that and we appreciate that. And it's kind of the premise, all the premise, but in like this lovey-dovey way, in a different way of telling that story of this book that I wrote called Null and Void. I'm trying to think without giving the story away or not making it sound like not the story. It's in a way of our relationship being so important and magnified, that means so much to us that there's no way we could possibly forget them. Like the connection that my grandmother and the kids have, or me and the kids have, or me and Dad have, or any of the lovely human beings that I had met before that just felt like we knew each other for a lifetime. And it just made me, when I came up with the concept to write the book, it just made me want to really appreciate those relationships, nourish them, but in a really funky way. So you got to read the book to find out. But anyways, all I wanted to say was give appreciation to those real, genuine, loving connections. And with that being said, peace, beautiful people. Have a good day.